Yes. Perfect timing. You gotta be about perfect timing. If you're out of sync, shit's gonna be like the definition of what the fuck out of sync is. You're not gonna be synchronistic. And I really shouldn't say fuck the universe. You know, because the universe just might say fuck you back. Or it might not. I guess really depending on what you're doing. What negative frame of mind that you're in. And if you let those, like, this is just the same old shit, right? If you let those fucking types of influences that are petty and meaningless in your life, then you'll just be what they program you to be. You will be their system. And then you will just be petty. A petty little petty little sucker. And you'll literally get the life sucked out of you. People will leech onto you. If you have a little bit of light in you, they will leech off you, even if they're not around you. And in situations like I've been going through for probably for like the past 20 years, like up to my whole life. Like, I guess I'm the type of, when I was in high school, I was like picked on and bullied for just like petty shit, normal petty shit. And now, you know, it can still happen, but there's other ways of manipulating it and just making you, like, bring you down to that level of being. And you're like, no, my life is better, it's going to get better. And it can and it will if you help it get there. Like, you have to help yourself, but not only help yourself, you got to help your mind, body, and spirit. These are the things that are like connected. And if you're not, you're all your chakras are going to be out of balance. You're going to be unbalanced. You're going to be depressed. You're going to be like bipolar. You're going to have all sorts of feelings that you just like, what the, like, I don't want to feel this. This isn't me, man. This is something else. This is coming from somewhere completely not of what I am. And you have to go through that. And if you're doing it alone, like completely, like you don't really have any like positive influences, like say for instance, like you don't even get a hug on a regular basis. That's serious. That sounds cliche maybe, I don't know, but yeah, that's serious. Or you don't even have someone to say, how are you? Are you okay? Are you doing okay? You're right. Because just that could take like a load off your shoulders and whoa. How dare anybody take any pressure off of you? They're just gonna put pressure onto you, dude. And that's sad for the world. And then they'll look at you like, you're sad. And you're like, no, not really. Like, I feel sad, but it's like the impression that I embody sadness. Like, oh, I'm so melancholy now. I couldn't even get there anymore. I'm gonna fade away and sleep every day. Fuck. So I've been like writing notes. I used to write notes a lot, and I used to like write poetry. So I've been writing notes, and a little bit of poetry, and like I'm sharing it in what I'm saying here, and I want to stay on like some kind of topic, but I don't think this is really a topic. I'm not sure. I'm just talking, you know? This is just like a venting, like I've said. It's like it's venting. I'm venting it out. It's just a vent. I got my kitty in my room, my lion. Actually, Flex is sleeping in the other room. She's chilling. So this is a different vibe. And I don't want to keep it always negative, because this is going to be negative, okay? And you have to face your negativity head on, and you have to realize, what are you doing? If your light inside of you is dwindling, it's dying, then it's just going to be that much harder. And if you're like, yeah, I'm not going to fight anymore, I'm just, man, I can't, like, I'm an alcoholic. And I mean, not necessarily like I'm gonna go to the bar and be like one of those kind of people. I'm more like maybe even a shut-in alcoholic. When I drink, I like, okay, I'm just gonna drink by myself, because who the fuck understands, like, oh, okay, he has depression. Like, I don't need that shit. If I wanted to feel something better than that within a societal group, I won't drink, and I can feel better. Then I think that I'll drink and I'll feel better. No, no, no. I'm getting fat now a little bit. I gotta fucking start exercising my body, exercising my mind, and my spirit is like screaming at me. Like, stop this shit. You're gonna fucking kill yourself. And that's good to know. And if, like I said, you don't have anybody to like pick you up or like pat you on the back or this, that, or whatever, man, you gotta do it yourself. And if you don't, you're gonna be way worse off. I'm gonna be way worse off if I do not. And so, even if it's like a trigger, the trick, people want to trigger you in your life, you kind of just you gotta like choose your battles, you know, like that old saying. Like I'll say like stupid quotes, old quotes, like cliche quotes like that, but it's so true. Choose your battles. You know, who cares if you lose a few battles? Because it's the war that you want to win within yourself, not these outward things. You see, because people will say God is within you. Whatever you think God is, I don't even like to use that word God. But basically, your spirit dwells within you. Just a little bit of water here. I also brought a twisted tea to enjoy and have a little conversation. If you've never had a twisted tea, it's good. Yes, it's alcohol, but it's nice. It's a nice little. It's a nice tea. It's nice, you know. It's nice. But so if you hear it go like this, it's just a little twisted tea. It's twisted a little bit. This fucking channel's a little twisted. My life's a little twisted. You know, there's a connection there. So it's refreshing. Anyway, I'm not trying to have an advert for Twisted Tea. So I got some notes here. I got some thoughts. And I'm just in deep thought. And I just needed to speak. Maybe I've said it before, maybe I haven't, but I've been concealing my identity lately for a while here. Because you don't want people throwing their projections at you, and it's really coming down to like, who even cares about them? Like, this is so stupid. Like, there's so many people in the world, and there's so many different ways that they will go at you, and it can be dumbfounding. And you can just like either be consumed by it, and it's like you're being consumed by the world. And it's just, you'll lose yourself. And so I'm protecting myself. But I'm being consumed by it at the same time. And so it's like I'm being tricked in my mind. And whatever games that are being played around in this, I call it a FakTriX, like the Matrix, but it's fake. It's the FakTriX. They're tricks. They're playing a trick on you. The world is, society is, because they want to take that light from you. They literally want to destroy you. But at the same time, act like they have no idea. They don't know what's happening. And they're average schmoes. Like, you don't even, like, so why should it matter? So someone like me, who needs a hug, and maybe they can smell the desperation of, I just need a hug, you know? From a female that really loves you. Not some FakTriX shit. Not the FakTriX. Not a fake trick. But a real love. The real truth. And that is so rare. And so, I have been giving myself hugs, and my kitty hugs me. She gave me a hug earlier. I tell her I love her all the time, and she looks at me and says, thank you. I love you. And I actually just watched a video of it was like a goat. There was a goat in a mountain, or a sheep or something, with horns, and it was stuck in mud, and it was like trying to get out. And somebody noticed that and started filming it, and pulled it by its horns all the way out, and then took it to the other side of like the stream and like wiped it off. And then at the end, after it got the strength to get back up, it looked at the person, and she looked back, and it was like, thank you, you know? And my cat has looked at me like that before. She was kind of a rescue cat. But I always said, she rescued me. We rescued each other. And it really touched me that there was a short or something. And it really touched me. And that's like, it's so beautiful, you know? When you can, those are like life-changing moments when you make those kinds of connections. And I'm so deep with animals. I love them so much. When I was a kid, I would bring like hurt animals home, and I would try to, like, you know, one time, I think it was like probably 25, and I was with someone living with my baby's mama, and this bird was like in this ditch, and it was like trying to fly, and I was like, oh my god, I have to do something. I have to fucking do something. So I like ran back to where I was living. I was like, I gotta save this bird. And I was like crying. And so my ex found me this box, and I was like, because I don't know, I didn't want to hurt it. It was hurt badly. And I was hoping it was still there. I wanted to save it. In a way, I was like, oh, I hope it just flew away, but it was so hurt. It was like on the brink of death. And so I got it in the box as gently as I could and tried to feed it. Its beak was broken. Like the top of it was broken. I think it was hit by a car maybe. So for a day or 2 days or a day and a half, I was trying to help this bird, and I think I called the SPCA and asked questions, and at the end I wasn't able to save the bird, and that was hard for me. It was like, I was like, shit, that sucks, but I mean, that's life, that happens. But I can feel that bird's spirit. And like things like that are so strong within me. And I wasn't able to save it. But you gotta try. Maybe you can't. But you gotta try to fight for your fucking life. Because it's yours. And if you see something smaller than you, you don't go, pfft, pathetic. You try to help it. And it's so cruel, the humans in this world. They just kind of look at you, you take me for example. He's alone, like, oh, he thinks he's something cool or better. Yeah, but hey, you gotta have confidence. Okay? And people will hate that. It takes them 8 people around them to have confidence. I don't need people to have confidence. It's nice to be appreciated, but I don't need that shit, So I'm like, I believe, like, in a way, I absorbed the soul of that bird. And when you have a pet that passes, you absorb the soul and it becomes a part of you. If you don't believe that, hey, whatever people's beliefs are. Man. Yeah, I just kind of sat down and just turned this on and thought I'd just say something. And as far as my last video goes, it's not fake. Everything around me right now is a part of the FakTriX. But the script, I gotta say that it is like, it's so crazy. Shit that's happened to me is so crazy. A lot of it, yeah, was on a spiritual, drug-induced trip. I used to be heavy into the psilocybin. Can talk about a lot of trips. I mean, that's like, oh, you were just tripping, but bro, you can say that for dreams too. Like, you've heard a lot of stories, like a grandson is dreaming of a burning house and he pulls his grandma out of the fire, and then he wakes up and he goes, oh, I just pulled grandma out of a fire. And then his mom goes, there was a fire at your grandma's house, and someone pulled her out. And you go, whoa, what? I can't believe it. That's like astral travel. It's so powerful. And I've had dreams of people from YouTube, or just, and not just YouTube, but like lately I've had a lot of dreams of people on my YouTube of she would know who she is. Yeah, I got written down here, spooky shit 2.0. And who likes spooky shit? Ooh, spooky shit 2.0 though, dude. I was gonna say Joe 2.0 though. Joe? my illusions and delusions of grandeur. I've had so many people say that I'm delusional, I'm bonkers, I'm this and that, and maybe they just need to step outside by themselves and have their own real experience. They just don't have the guts to do it. And I gotta find that within me again. You know, keep going. I've I've been to Australia. I've been traveling around the world, all over BC. I can tell you a story about when I first started YouTube. I met a chick and she was my fan. She was like like a groupie, I guess. And I went and met her, and we went to Vegas, and shit went down. We went to San Francisco. And it's like you gotta take those chances. You're gonna look back in life and be like, what did I do? I just was with the same old people over and over again, doing the same shit. Man, I regret that. And I can't take it back. You know, you just can't take it back once you've lived, and we don't know when we're gonna go. We don't know when our last day is our last day. So why sit around and be like, let these new negative occurrences take you down, steal your light? So I gotta take another look at myself, reflect on myself, do some heavy meditation on with that. And I will shine a light on your little charade. That's a little quote that I wrote. I will shine a light on your little charade. Because this little tiny parade that these people here got going are just a blink, a chirp. Just a chirp, like a dolphin coming out of the water. That's it. That's all you are. That's all we all are. But how big of a chirp is your chirp? You know what I'm saying? Alright, well, it says 1 minute left. It's gonna turn off on me. I think I said something here. Cheers. It was quite refreshing. Alright. Love ya. Talk to you later.